Hello, everybody. This is Greg29407 back with another episode of City of Heroes. Well, here we are with our Earth Storm Controller, Tiffany St. Ange, and we are in Ouroborus, which is the mystical place beyond time and space, where you can do a lot of flashback scenes and things like that. And I did not have an Ouroborus Portal. I do now. You get Ouroborus Portals from doing certain missions in the game that have time travel in them. One of those is doing the Doc Delilah story arc in Fault Line. I never did those missions on this particular character, so I had no way of getting anything. So I basically spent a lot of time around Atlas Park and that big statue in Steel Canyon, asking other players if they would lend me a Ouroborus Portal. Someone opened one up. I came here, and what you do if you go about it that way, you fly up here, which I've shown in the past. And you go right up here to where this exploration badge is, and you get the badge. And if you don't have a portal, it'll give you the portal too. So that's what we did. So now I am a full member of the Ouroborus whatever. So today what I want to do is we have a little story arc, a 4-mission story arc from the main guy here, Pilgrim. So let's see what he has to say. Greetings, Tiffany St. Ange. I am called the Pilgrim, and I am the first to venture out and meet with new people from diverse times. I hope you will find your way with us, for we arrive to your time with grave news of the future. Ouroborus Initiation Part 1. I am the Pilgrim, okay. You may be curious about Ouroborus. I assure you that we are here to facilitate change, both new and elsewhere. Time has and will go away, and it's Ouroborus that will correct it. When Ouroborus welcomes all, this is not a task for a simpleton, but one who can wrap their intellect around a 4-dimensional space. If you believe that you have the comprehension to grasp its fluid and oftentimes paradoxical concepts, please join us. Would you like to begin? Sure, let's do that. Excellent. Ouroborus is an organization founded in the mid-78th century by Mentor Silos. It is approximately 5,700 years in your future. What's even more amazing is that Silos is from a time period even further down the timeline. He has come back through the past to correct a terrible mistake, one that led to the destruction of this planet and mankind as a whole. Before I bore you with too much history, you should go talk to an old friend, Mender Lazarus. I believe he has something he wishes to tell you. So there are like, I think, 5 talking missions here. Look like we're going to yak it up a little bit before we get started with the actual work stuff. So Mender Lazarus, here we go. Oh boy, I'm not going to read all this stuff. Let's see. Destroying the meteor. I never would have figured out that destroying the meteor would have been the key to succeeding. What's wrong? Don't you remember me? You look puzzled. Oh my, we haven't actually met yet, have we? That's one of the funny things about time travel. For this is our first meeting, but for me, we've met before. Don't think about it too hard. Blah, 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 blah. I have a nice, easy task for you. If you have the time, simple information extraction, except this information hasn't existed in the past 15 years. You need to go back in time to a point where the information existed on an unsecured computer. Break into the base that's in, retrieve the information from the computer, and defeat any guards in the area. Then just bring the information back here. All right, that sounds good. That's what we'll do. Retrieve computer information. Oh, and we just click on this flaming stone thing. All right, look at, we're in a council cave. Let me get my helper here. We are level 33 now, so we do have animate stone. Stony is here, and he's our tanker. He's our tank. He's going to do most of the damage for us. So retrieve computer information. The good thing about Stony is I only have to put up with some damage early on. After that, they're all based on trying to get him killed, and he's tough. Here's something back here behind this door. Uh-oh. Ah! I thought maybe I could get it before they did anything. Alright, now let's do this. The computer does not have the information you seek. Oh well, I thought it was a little too easy. Let's try this one. Nope, that's not one either. Okay. So that's a dead end. Okay. Where'd Stony go? Here he is. Stony is a bit dumb. Sometimes he gets stuck and confused and that kind of thing. Try this hallway. No. Let's try this way first. Nope. There he is. Okay. Orange guy. Oh, one thing, since once this character hit level 32, I got Stony on here. I actually have boosted up her notoriety level, so she's actually doing harder levels. Typically, what they have is characters are at even level, and the amount of work of one hero. I boosted her up to 2 levels higher and 2 heroes, so she's doing twice as much. She can generally handle it pretty well too, so I get a lot more XP that way. And then moves things just move a little quicker that way too. So we're going to see a lot more oranges and some reds too. All right, that was the end of that one. Let's see what the clue says. All right, well, that's the information we needed. And we got a really good, looks like a really good recipe too. Performance shifter endurance modification. All right. Well done. I knew you could pull it off. Well, I knew because you had already pulled it off at the time we first met. Okay. Speaking of headaches, you should probably talk to Mender Tesseract now. She can tell you about temporal scaling. So this is like a little how-to thing plus some missions in it. Here she is. Another cave dweller sent to me by Lazarus the Luddite. I bet he wants me to explain temporal scaling to you. Wonderful. Another waste of time. Here's an idea. Experience it for yourself. You ever heard of Outbreak? It happened a while back. You primitive scientists couldn't handle an outbreak of a plague. A bunch of your supposed superpowered humans handled the situation way back when. Well, someone was messing with the time stream and started by undoing the good deed that they did that day. I wanted to go back to the outbreak incident and correct that alteration. We in Ouroborus call this mending, which is why we're all about here. Okay, so Outbreak is the original tutorial in this game. But it was just City of Heroes before City of Villains came out. So it looks like they want us to go through this again. But probably with some higher level issues. You feel the power drain out of you. Oh, look at my powers. Stony will not join us. Oh my goodness. Yikes. I've got basically 4 powers in Gale. Shoot. This is not good. This is going to take longer than I thought. I can't even use air superiority. Yikes! Got to break out brawl again. Okay, what we got to do? Find the cure. Retrieve the formula. 6 people to rescue. 23 contaminated to defeat. Great. Oh my gosh. All right. All right, I'm going to go through this, and I will be back when we get closer to the end here. We got 21 more contaminated to defeat. We'll be right back. Okay, this is where we start off over here, and I worked my way down the main road, and there were 4 people on this main road, all the cops that we met in the original tutorial, and then I came down this way, and Coyote, who's the superhero guy that we met originally, we saved him. That's 5, and one person left. We had to go into this office building here. And I poked my head in here and saw here's our 6th guy we got to save here. I've just been doing the same thing here, laying quicksand. My AoE immobilization, and then fossilize, and then stone prison. This is always 2 people at a time. It's not hard, it just takes a little bit of time. Now we need to retrieve the formula. Okay, now we look like we got more than 2 guys. Let's do a little bit more juggling. Won't be as clean. Unfortunately, these guys are mainly just throwing rocks. All right. I hear the sound. Let's be upstairs. Yeah, and here's a couple more guys, at least 2. Oh, there's a 3rd guy up here. All right, let's take a look. Retrieve the formula. Good. All right, going back to level 1, it's not a lot of fun. Speak to Mender Tesseract. Recipe. What did we get this time? Obliter. All right. We're getting some good recipes. Oh, you succeeded. Well, even the most primitive cave dweller finds fire eventually. As you can see from that little exercise, you've lost access to a whole slew of your abilities. It's basically your body adjusting to a different time stream. We call this temporal scaling. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it can come as a shock. Adjust what you call combat level in this time period to fit that of the time stream you are now in. Different streams have different scaling. I chose that mission for you because it is the harshest form of scaling out there, and what better way to drive the point home. Now go talk to Twilight's son. He has more patience to set you up with the Ouroborus than I do. Wow, she's kind of a crabby lady. Okay, let's take a look at the next guy. There you are, Tiffany St. Ange. Mender Lazarus told me so much about you. I am a Chaldean, the last Chaldean, okay? Yeah. One of the key elements of this great cataclysm is the Rikti war that is currently occurring. I need you to infiltrate one of their bases and defeat one of their war generals named Loch Dannon. I will then slip forward in time and see if his defeat has had a desired effect. You may even meet an old friend in the caves to assist you. Alrighty. So this is mission number 3 out of 4. All right, got all our powers back, thank goodness. Let's bring back Stony. I usually wear that uses Steamy Mist as well. Steamy Mist is really good. It's a team stealth, PBO, AOA. It's also adds some defenses, not a lot, but some defense, and resistance to fire, cold, energy, and confuse. So that's helpful. When I get a little higher level, I'll be able to slot that a little bit better than I have now. Uh-oh. Let's get that orange dude. These Rikti guys, the communication officers, are usually pretty tough. Well, they're not tough, but they can call help really quickly. So that's what we want to be careful of. Stoney's not the brightest guy in the book, so you generally have to like let him know that you want him to fight by running past the enemies. That can be a little tricky. Because until he sees them and until he sees them and they see him, everyone's going to be going after us. But it works pretty well. Oh, there's a bunch more reds down here. Look at this. Around the corner. Go. Lots of reds. Lots of reds. So we have to rescue Bender Lazarus and defeat General Lockdown. Make sure we have to kill everybody in there. It looks like down there is kind of a waste of time. Let's get in this way. This is some kind of actual ship-looking thing. Oops, here comes another dude. Uh-oh. It's kind of a big ship. Or underground base, I guess. Oh, this is the ones where they have those tunnels and stuff. I'm going to keep looking around in here, and I'll be back when we get to this General Lockdown and Bender Lazarus. So we'll be right back. Okay, here we are. There's General Lockdown right ahead of us. And I don't see the Bender Tesseract, but that's okay. This is the main guy we got to go for. So, let's put the ice freeze on him. I'm stunned. Well. Meanwhile, the other guy's completely oblivious to everything we're doing right here. All right, recover Bender Lazarus. We still got to do that. Let's see what this clue said. Doc Delilah has a small metallic storage device attached to his inner plating of his armor. Ooh. How do we find that? You can't access the data directly. I don't want to. But you see Rikti astronomical symbols circling the edge of the device. This leads you to believe the information is astronomical in nature. Oh, there's Bender Lazarus. Hey, Bender Lazarus looks like a bad guy. Use earthquake on these guys. Maybe not. Oh, no, he's not. He's not a bad guy. He does con as a bad guy, though, for some reason. That's weird. Missed. Just like old times, eh? Yeah, whatever, dude. Alrighty. Okay, let's see if that helped out the Twilight Sun guy. I will travel forward later to see if that had any effect. I hate to say that it was all for naught, but we have yet to be successful with the type of adventure. Perhaps there is something we do not fully understand regarding the timeline, some variable we haven't accurately calculated. I'm hoping this one turns out better than the others. You should go speak to Mender Silos now. He can fill you in more on what's coming of the coming storm. They were using that coming storm thing as the big deal. I remember that when the game was still live. All right. I'm glad to finally meet you, or re-meet you in this case. My name is Mender Silos, and I am over 1 million years old. I come from the future, near the end of the time itself. I created Ouroborus so that we would have a centralized location to try and mend the past. I'm sure Lazarus taught you about the carbon law and the tethers we from the future have. Of course, I am far beyond my tether, but that would be the first law I have broken. I've been planning this for a very, very long time. The threat in the near future, I call it the coming storm. Earth will be attacked by it and be unable to defend itself due to extenuating circumstances. I plan on changing that. You have seen the very beginning of it with the destruction of Galaxy City. This worries me. We have seen a timeline where the meteors landed in Atlas. We never thought events would play out such that it would affect Galaxy, especially at such an extent. Whatever is disrupting the timeline has played a role in this, but there is still time. The first step in eliminating this storm is to remove its scouts from a point in your near future. If you would be so kind as to go forward in time and help Mender Lazarus. Once they are defeated, Ouroborus will begin charting the causality rate. Okay, so we're going to go into the future to fight the Shivan attacks. I remember this mission. This is in Atlas Park. The future, and I don't have all my powers again, including Stony. Great. We're level 15, so I've got a few more things, but not as much as I'd like. Okay, so we're gonna have to race through here and rescue Mender Lazarus. All right, so ooh, thanks. Okay. Let's try the same technique I did last time. I don't know if that's going to work. This guy's a little tougher. Ay, ay, ay. Oh boy. This is going to be a pain in the neck here. Okay. I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, it turns out I still have the power of flight. And I see Mender Lazarus down here with these two guys. Oops, they saw me. Go ahead and use freezing rain as well. Let's keep these guys hopping and contained. Okay. I'm Mender Lazarus with a group called Ouroborus. If you have a moment I can explain. We have met before, haven't we? Man, sometimes I hate time travel. Defeat the source of the Shivan attacks. All right. I don't know where that is. Defeat the source of the Shivan attacks. I wonder if this guy can fight really well. All right, I'm going to look around for the source of the Shivan attacks. Actually, maybe right here, because the spaceship... oh, here we go. This big thing is right here. Let's do this. He does fight. Good. Oh, well, don't send them all over the place, idiot. Hard to control when you bounce them all over the map. Oops, we got these guys mad at us now. Quicksand underneath them. Okay, here we go. This is the meteor we need to destroy. As I recall, this is kind of tough. Yeah, I think this is really tough. Just that it takes a really long time. I'm gonna put snowstorm on it too. Make it. I don't know if snowstorm does any good on this thing. It might. Make it harder to regenerate, I think. I don't think Mender Lazarus is going to help on this part. Turn snowstorm on. I don't think it's doing anything. This one. It's not hard, it just takes a long time. defenses down. That helps out a little bit. Yeah, see, it's starting to heal up a little bit. Do not want that. There we go. All right. Well done. We got 12 reward merits for that. Okay, good. The Shivans should provide security for a while longer. It is odd, however, that the Shivans you fought were much different than the ones in Galaxy City. I desire to reveal the entity disrupting our time stream. Someone or something is going back and changing seemingly insignificant parts of the recent past. Inductive reasoning dictates that while these events appear insignificant, that in fact there is a grand tapestry yet to be revealed. You have seen it already with the destruction of Galaxy City. Do not concern yourself with this. Yeah. You have just grasped the basic concepts of what you call time travel. You can now use our pillars of ice and flame to go back and mend some of your previous exploits or even experience past events that you didn't take part in. Depending on how far back you go, you'll experience some form of temporal scaling, so you may want to bring a group to help you. Thank you for your help. Go back to talk to the Pilgrim. So yeah, so this is the way that a lot of people wanted to go back and redo certain missions, or if they out-level missions, they want to go back and be able to do those again. So this is a way that the developers had come up with to allow players to go back and redo stuff. I think it's kind of a clever way of doing that. You can do other things as well with this. Let's see, part finale. You've done well indoctrinating yourself. Now you fully understand the power of the pillar of ice and flame. You can travel back to your previous adventures and relive them, or participate in events you did not participate in the time. Okay. That's it. Okay, so that is the opening story arc in Ouroborus. It's just kind of like a tutorial for what's going on and why you do it and that kind of thing. As you can see, there's a lot of talking and then 4 basic missions. Hope that helps out when you get to this point. This is for levels 25 and up. So anytime after level 25, you can do this and start going back over old stuff and replaying some of your previous stuff if you want to. And sometimes you may want to get better scores and that kind of thing. So until next time, this is Greg29407 saying sayonara, and we will see you next time.